God says, listen carefully, because this message is for you and it did not come to your eyes by accident. There are moments in life that seem ordinary on the outside but are carrying a hidden doorway inside them. This is one of those moments. You may think this is just another message, another line of words, another passing thought that will disappear with the day, but I am telling you now, by my authority, that something rare is standing closer to you than you realize. A rare opportunity connected to Elon Musk is not a random idea floating through your imagination. It is a symbol, a sign, and a larger message about access, acceleration, favor, courage, and the kind of opening that only appears when the timing of heaven meets the readiness of the soul. Do not ignore what is being placed before you. Do not laugh at it too quickly. Do not let fear explain it away. Do not let your past tell you that you are too small, too late, too unknown, too unqualified, or too damaged to receive something uncommon. I have not brought you this far to keep you in the same place. I have not sustained you through confusion, disappointment, rejection, delay, and hidden battles just so you could stop at the edge of your breakthrough. I know the thoughts that have been heavy in your mind. I know the silent questions you have asked when no one was there to hear them. I know the places where you have felt forgotten. I know how many times you have watched other people move ahead while you kept wondering when your turn would come. I know how many times you tried to stay strong while fighting off discouragement in private. I know how often you smiled in front of people even when your spirit was tired. I know how many dreams you buried because you became afraid of hoping too much. But I also know what I placed inside you before the world had a chance to name you, judge you, misunderstand you, or underestimate you. I planted vision in you. I planted fire in you. I planted endurance in you. I planted originality in you. I planted a hunger that could not be satisfied by small living. You were not created to think tiny forever. You were not created to remain trapped in survival while calling it peace. You were not created to shrink yourself just to fit into the limited expectations of others. What you are seeing in this message is bigger than a person, bigger than a celebrity, bigger than money, bigger than a brand, bigger than a public name. The mention of Elon Musk represents an unusual gate, an uncommon level, a realm of innovation, visibility, bold moves, impossible ideas becoming reality, and doors that most people assume are forever locked. Hear me clearly. I am able to connect your life to opportunities that seem far beyond your current reach. I am able to cause your name to travel where your feet have never gone. I am able to position your gift before the kind of people you never imagined would notice you. I am able to shift the conversation around your life in one moment. I am able to cause what looked impossible yesterday to begin unfolding in front of you tomorrow. I am able to bring relevance to your hidden work. I am able to pull your purpose out of obscurity. I am able to turn what others ignored into something undeniable. But you must not ignore the signal when it comes. Some people miss rare opportunities because they are waiting for them to arrive in perfect packaging. They imagine that when something important comes from me, it will be free of uncertainty, free of risk, free of discomfort, free of timing pressure, free of misunderstanding, and free of the need for courage. But many of my greatest openings enter a person's life disguised as a decision that requires faith. They come as a call to prepare before proof appears. They come as an idea you cannot shake. They come as a name that keeps returning to your mind. They come as a sudden change in your focus. They come as a burden to create, to learn, to reach, to build, to improve, to apply, to speak, to show up, to launch, to send, to respond, to move. They come as a holy unrest with the way things have been. They come as an interruption. They come as a divine disturbance in the middle of your routine. They come as a sense that you are being invited upward, even while no one around you understands what is happening inside you. Do not despise the unusual stirring you have felt. Do not mock the possibility just because it seems grand. I am the God who has always worked beyond the limits of ordinary expectation. I call people from hidden places. I raise voices from quiet rooms. I use what others overlook. I do not need the world's approval to begin moving in your life. When I decide to create an opening, no human opinion can permanently block it. When I decide to accelerate a season, no delay can keep its old power over you. When I decide to reveal what I placed in you, no darkness can keep covering it forever. This is why I am telling you now, take seriously what I am awakening in your spirit. This is not the hour to sleep through your own invitation. There has been a pattern in your life where you have often felt one step away from something greater, yet unable to cross into it. It was as though you could sense that more existed for you, but the path remained hidden, the connection remained missing, the moment never fully arrived. That season has taught you many things. It taught you patience. It taught you how to endure without applause. It taught you how to survive dry places. It taught you how to keep your faith alive without visible rewards. It taught you how to keep going when no one understood the battle. But it also left scars. It made you question whether you were imagining too much. It made you wonder if your heart was foolish for expecting more. It made you lower your expectations in order to protect yourself from disappointment. It made you speak smaller than the dreams I gave you. It made you prepare for rejection before even trying. It made you hesitate at the edge of action. I am healing that pattern now. A rare opportunity connected to Elon Musk is not only about a literal person. It is about the kind of opening that belongs to a higher level of impact. It is about meeting the edge of a larger stage. It is about the possibility of entering rooms where technology, influence, innovation, bold thinking, and global attention intersect. It is about access to a realm where ideas can travel fast, where the future is being imagined out loud, where courage is required, where hesitation becomes expensive, and where boldness can create a chain of change. I know the world often worships names and status, but my concern is deeper than that. My concern is whether you are prepared for the level of responsibility that comes with the opportunity. My concern is whether you are becoming the kind of person who can carry a bigger assignment without losing your soul. My concern is whether your ambition remains surrendered to truth. My concern is whether your desire for elevation is still rooted in purpose rather than vanity. My concern is whether you will honor me when the door opens wider than expected. You have been in a season of invisible preparation, even when it felt like nothing was happening. What seemed like delay was not empty. What seemed like waiting was not wasted. What seemed like obscurity was not abandonment. I was forming endurance in you. I was teaching you to keep working even without recognition. I was showing you how to build when no one clapped. I was strengthening your inner life so that when external acceleration arrives, it does not destroy you. I was teaching you how to hear my voice above the noise. I was pruning distractions. I was revealing false loyalties. I was uncovering fear. I was exposing the places where you still depended too much on approval. I was breaking agreements you had made with mediocrity. I was teaching your hands discipline. I was teaching your mind focus. I was teaching your spirit discernment. I was making room in you for a larger assignment. Do you not see how many times I preserved you when your spirit could have collapsed? Do you not see how many disappointments were actually protecting you from the wrong alignment? Do you not see how many closed doors saved you from wasted years? You cried over certain losses, but some of those losses were acts of mercy. You felt hurt by certain endings, but some of those endings were answers to prayers you did not even know how to pray. You felt frustrated by delay, but some of that delay was creating a stronger foundation under your future. You compared your timeline to others and thought you had fallen behind, but I was writing your story with a different rhythm. I was not punishing you. I was preparing you. I was not ignoring you. I was shaping you. I was not forgetting you. I was guarding the timing. Now hear this carefully. Rare opportunities often arrive near the end of a season when a person is tired enough to stop expecting them. This is why many miss them. Weariness becomes spiritual blindness. Disappointment becomes the lens through which they interpret everything. They no longer recognize the difference between a distraction and a divine invitation. They have trained themselves to expect less so thoroughly that when something significant appears, they dismiss it before discerning it. Do not let that happen to you. Renew your expectation. Lift your eyes again. Ask me for wisdom, not cynicism. Ask me for courage, not excuses. Ask me for clarity, not comfort alone. Ask me for the discipline to respond properly when the signal comes. The signal may not look the way you think. It may come through a conversation, a digital path, a creative idea, an invitation to learn, a sudden connection, a recommendation, a piece of content, a business thought, a platform, a collaboration, a message, a bold step in your own work, or a project that positions you closer to influential spaces. It may not begin with a personal handshake. It may begin with preparation. It may begin with refining your craft. It may begin with making your work visible. It may begin with taking seriously the thing you keep postponing. It may begin with refusing to keep hiding your gift under insecurity. It may begin with creating what you have been afraid to release. It may begin with excellence in a small task that leads to a greater introduction. It may begin with changing the way you think about your own capacity. It may begin with obedience in what appears ordinary. But do not mistake small beginnings for insignificant beginnings. Many major doors are hidden inside faithful steps. You must understand that opportunities tied to influence and innovation demand responsibility. You cannot pray for rare access and then live carelessly. You cannot ask for elevated connections and remain undisciplined. You cannot desire larger stages while neglecting your character in private. I am not only calling you to dream bigger. I am calling you to become stronger, wiser, cleaner in motive, steadier in your habits, and more courageous in action. This is your moment to sharpen your mind. Learn what you need to learn. Strengthen your skill. Improve your communication. Honor your assignments. Be faithful with what is already in your hand. Stop insulting your current level by treating it like it does not matter. The road to uncommon opportunities is often built with uncommon faithfulness in places no one celebrates. There is also something I must warn you about. Not every exciting door is from me. Not every glamorous offer carries peace. Not every association with a powerful name is safe for your spirit. Not every promise of acceleration leads to purpose. This is why you must remain close to my voice. I am not telling you to chase symbols blindly. I am telling you to stay awake, discerning, and ready. I am telling you to let hope return without letting wisdom leave. I am telling you to expect uncommon openings while refusing to be manipulated by fantasy, pride, or desperation. The right opportunity will not require you to abandon truth. The right door will not demand the destruction of your integrity. The right alignment will not force you to betray who you are in me. The right timing may stretch you, but it will not corrupt you. I am fully able to open a rare door without asking you to sell your soul to walk through it. So I say to you now, prepare as if the opportunity is real. Think as if your life can change. Speak as if your future matters. Work as if what you carry deserves structure. Pray as if heaven is listening. Clean up the laziness that has been hiding behind your discouragement. Break agreement with the voices that have been telling you to stay small. Stop calling yourself ordinary when I have placed unusual hunger in you. Stop pretending you do not care about the dream when you think about it constantly. Stop burying your desire under false humility. It is not pride to accept that I made you for impact. Pride is trying to carry impact without me. But humility is not self-erasure. Humility is full surrender to the truth of who I made you to be. I know there are moments when you feel divided inside. One part of you still believes that something extraordinary could happen. Another part of you is tired of being disappointed. One part of you wants to prepare. Another part of you wants to protect yourself by doing nothing. One part of you feels called higher. Another part keeps whispering that you are not enough. Let me speak into that conflict. You do not need to become fearless before you move. You need to become faithful. Courage is not the absence of trembling. Courage is obedience while trembling. Courage is sending the message, making the call, building the thing, learning the skill, showing your work, refining your vision, and taking the next step while your heart is still beating hard. Courage is trusting me with the outcome. Courage is refusing to let intimidation define your destiny. The reason this message feels intense is because your season is shifting. Things cannot remain exactly as they have been. The old version of you is running out of room. The patterns that once kept you hidden are no longer sustainable. The excuses that once comforted you are losing their power. The dream you keep trying to silence is growing louder. The inner nudge is returning with force. This is not punishment. This is awakening. This is invitation. This is a stirring toward alignment. You have tolerated too much delay in your own obedience. You have waited for certainty when I was asking for trust. You have hoped for rescue while resisting preparation. I am pulling you out of passive wishing and into active readiness. A rare opportunity connected to Elon Musk also symbolizes the future-facing part of your calling. There is something in you that is not meant to stay trapped in old patterns of thought. There is something in you that wants to create, build, imagine, influence, solve, design, communicate, inspire, or innovate. Even if the form is not fully clear to you yet, the hunger is there. The attraction toward bold names and unusual possibilities is not meaningless. Beneath it is a deeper spiritual truth. I made you with a capacity to resonate with vision bigger than your current environment. Do not let that be wasted in scrolling, dreaming without discipline, or comparing yourself to others. Translate inspiration into action. Let what moves you become fuel, not fantasy. Let admiration become instruction. Let possibility become preparation. You may have thought that your background disqualifies you. You may have thought your resources are too limited. You may have thought your network is too small. You may have thought your age, your delays, your mistakes, your education, your location, or your past failures have closed the door. But I am the one who bypasses human calculations. I am the one who can cause a person to be found in an unlikely place. I am the one who can multiply what looks insufficient. I am the one who can take one honest offering and breathe unusual favor upon it. I am the one who can teach you faster than you thought possible. I am the one who can create divine timing that logic alone cannot explain. I am the one who can use your story, including the broken parts, as material for wisdom, credibility, compassion, and strength. Still, do not use my power as an excuse for carelessness. Faith is not passivity. Trust is not laziness. Hope is not waiting for magic while neglecting responsibility. If you sense that there is an opportunity connected to a higher level of influence, then live in a way that honors it. Organize your work. Clarify your ideas. Build your voice. Practice consistency. Protect your energy. Stop scattering your attention across things that do not matter. Say no to distractions that are stealing the time needed for your next level. Stop feeding habits that make your spirit foggy. Stop letting emotional exhaustion become permission for self-sabotage. You cannot receive clearly if you are always numbing yourself. You cannot respond strongly if you are constantly draining your focus. Simplify. Refocus. Strengthen. There are people who will not understand this shift in you. They may laugh. They may call you unrealistic. They may remind you of your old limitations. They may project their own fear onto your movement. They may become uncomfortable when you start taking yourself seriously. They may prefer the version of you that stayed accessible to their expectations. But not everyone is assigned to understand where I am taking you. Some are only assigned to witness the change after it happens. Do not wait for full approval from people who cannot see what I have shown you. Their blindness is not your boundary. Their smallness is not your definition. Their doubt is not your destiny. At the same time, I am also calling you to avoid arrogance. If unusual favor comes, remember who held you together in hidden seasons. If influence grows, remember who taught you how to survive obscurity. If money increases, remember who kept you alive when you had little. If powerful connections appear, remember who protected your heart when you felt alone. If your name travels, remember who knew you before anyone else noticed. Let gratitude anchor you. Let reverence steady you. Let compassion keep you human. Let purpose keep you clean. Do not become intoxicated with access. Access is a tool, not a god. Influence is a responsibility, not an identity. Success without me becomes noise. Elevation without surrender becomes danger. I want you to hear this part very deeply. What seems rare to humans is not rare to me. I can create what you call impossible without straining. I can align conversations, timing, technology, people, and places with ease. I can open pathways in realms that seem closed. I can breathe on your efforts. I can redirect your story. I can restore years lost to fear and confusion. I can make one season fruitful beyond what many expected in 10 years. But because I am merciful, I often prepare the vessel before increasing the flow. If I gave some people immediate access to the level they fantasize about, it would crush them. So when I ask you to prepare, it is not to torment you. It is to protect you and position you. This is why you must stop treating your current days as unimportant. The way you handle this week matters. The way you use your mornings matters. The way you speak about yourself matters. The way you respond to quiet instructions matters. The way you care for your body, mind, and spirit matters. The way you handle little opportunities matters. The way you finish what you start matters. The way you recover from disappointment matters. The way you keep your heart free from bitterness matters. Your future is not being formed only in dramatic moments. It is being formed in repeated choices.